What's up, gamers? It's Gold. Dude, I was in the car yesterday thinking about changing the intro. Um, but anyways, yeah, I'm here with another Zenless Zero video. Today, I will be yapping about the live stream, giving you a recap. Just watched it. Very pog, if you will. And so, yeah, first things first, we have the two characters, right, being Inagi, or whatever, however they want to pronounce her name, and Lighter. Both look very interesting. I'm a huge fan of Inagi's gameplay. Lighter, not so much. He seems kind of basic to me, but both characters are going to be pretty decent. They're, it's hard to say. Like, Lighter's going to be more niche and less universal than like Qingyi, for example. While Yanagi is also going to be very niche but powerful within her own role as well. So it's going to be here or there. I'm going to do a separate should do something video for both these characters, but right now, if you ask me, I think it's an easy skip for most players unless they are big fans of like Bernice or are hoping to buff their like Ellen or like my Abby in the future because of how Lighter functions, right? But yeah, both these characters are also going to have this new mode that's going to be a special event tied to them that's going to allow you to upgrade them easier, similar to Genshin Impact's upgrade system for its newer characters that they've been doing since 5.0, right? So it's gonna be great. We'll get two events tied to them specifically, and Lighters is going to be a new side scroller game mode that looks pretty interesting, right? So we'll see how that plays out and the rewards for that going forward. We have the banners, right, of the two 5 stars, and I actually have to scroll down. They don't look too good, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, I should have not done that. Unfortunately, the banners, they're pretty mediocre, I would say, with Yanagi's having Ambi and Billy. Billy is not seen too highly as a DPS, and Ambi is a, starter stunner who is good enough to get the job done, but of course we do have now multiple premium like stunners that you could have summoned for. You probably have. I mean, Caesar's a very highly recommended pool, so you'll get a little something out of that, but it's really here nor there. I'm not a big fan of the banners. They don't look too good. Same thing with Lighter's banner. It honestly is worse because it's Korn and Ben who also are not seen very highly. It just is what it is. Ben can do some pretty solid damage in days, but it's like you could be better off, right? But if we actually go back up here, there's also two new Bang Boos. One of them is going to be from the event that is related to the Hollow Zero that we're going to be getting. And we also have Batty Boo, which is a new A rank Bang Boo. So you'll be able to pull him off the, Bang Boo banner, right? The fact that they're doing new A rank Bang Boos is cool. But I'm honestly surprised that there's no new S rank. I guess there's going to be a new S rank next update, 1.4, that is. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, no Section 6 Bang Boo if you're hoping for one of those. There's, of course, multiple new areas. We're getting a new area for Lumina Square, which is going to be for something that you'll see later. It's going to be a cosmetic thing, which is, pretty cool. It's kind of like room customization, but it's not full room customization. You're just going to be able to decorate a stand, right? And this is where you get the items. You'll be able to obtain these materials from your weeklies and other sources, mainly, leveling up your weeklies, right? But there will be a couple other ways to acquire them, right? Moving forward, right? I scroll all the way down. We have the daily logins just like before, where the Bang Boo one is going to be later in the update, with the starting one being, on Inagi's banner, right? Very cool. Get your same 10 pools as always, which is pretty nice. And then, of course, we have the update info. So this one is pretty cool, like the patches that they've got here. There's a lot of interesting stuff that people are probably going to overlook, but this is honestly more interesting than a lot of it. And then also the events are really cool. So if we go here, right, they've actually updated the errands tab. So in case you didn't watch a live stream, I will actually pull it up right now so you guys can see. Right, so they have actually updated the tabs for customizing getting your weekly rewards, right? To where you can now customize which missions to a greater extent, right? As you can see, there's different like scratch off missions and a whole progress meter of where you're going to be getting the materials to buy those cosmetics that I mentioned earlier, or room cosmetics that I mentioned earlier, right? So that's going to be one of the systems. They've also revamped the UI for the daily missions. It's now more clear, and you can access everything from the tactics tab. That's brand new. So this is pretty cool. Love to see that they're doing UI changes, actually listening to players, and just looking forward to more changes. Additionally, of course, really great for the polychrome income because, as you can see, like in their other games, their tactics courses have extra polychrome rewards. So don't forget to do those, otherwise you'll not be able to have enough summons for my Abby in the future, right? There's gonna be additional materials and crafting options, right? Which is gonna allow us to directly upgrade even if we have like the lowest amount of materials. So let's say you've got like 100 of the gray materials, right? If you're upgrading like a level 10 talent, you'll just be able to do it directly from there. You don't have to hop through menus anymore to like do all that stuff, which is really, really great. Like, to be honest, a lot of those menu complications, I don't know why they weren't there at launch, but great to see that they're doing that. They're also allowing us to upgrade our lower level materials into higher level materials for like disk drives, which is great. So in case you're like me and I've dismantled a bunch of 4-star disk drives, you'll now be able to convert those into the 5-star disk drive material. So that's huge for being able to get more 5-star disk drives, right? Love to see it, right? This is going to be new sorting options for disk drive. It's now going to be just like Honkai Star Rail systems where you can batch select, right? Like anything lower than this rank and so on. That's great to see. And of course, they'll be adding the star for our characters and Bang Boo. So we can now favorite them for whichever ones we want to put at the front of the list. Don't know why it wasn't at launch, but love to see it being added here. All right. Additionally, they're making changes to the friend system, which is going to allow us to see our titles and badges that we'll be getting in the future, which is a cool thing that you'll see once it's actually added to the game, but it's going to be a part of the new events that they're adding. And it's mainly the next one that I'm actually going to be talking about here, right? The simulated battle trial. So this is going to be a like tower-based mode. Excuse me, similar to Honkai Impact's third tower system, right? I honestly forget what it's called, but it's going to be kind of like that, where it progressively gets harder. People are going to keep the same amount of HP, and the further you go, right, the better badge and title you'll be able to get, which I think is sick. I love this stuff. It's going to get kind of elitist, but like that's exactly what I want, to be honest with you, because being able to sit there and flex my titles and badges, it's just it's peak. So I love to see that they're actually adding this, right? This is, I think, gonna be probably the best thing they've added so far in terms of actual like gameplay, right? And there's also a new stage for it as well that looks pretty cool, right? Unfortunately, this has a very small snippet, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. This is a mystery of I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a new mode for Hollow Zero, where we do basically complete TV gameplay. Now that might suck for some of you. I don't actually mind it, but there's gonna be a big section of TV gameplay where they mix up the TVs, and it's gonna be like a top-down RPG style thing, which I think it looks pretty cool and interesting. So I'm excited to see how that plays out, right? There's also a returning event where you go and take picture. It's not this one. It's It's actually this one down here. This is the returning event where you go and take pictures, except it's revolving the Bang Boo. So if you played the previous Bang Boo event, this is a continuation of that story, right? The event up here is actually going to be. It's not 4 a.m. It's not 4 a.m. This new event's going to be another battle event. This is a rerun of the old one. In case you've done it with the HIA, it's going to be the same thing as there. There's going to be a new sandwich event, which is where you just, it's like a mini version of the Cheesetopia event, except, in a different location. Nothing too crazy. For your information, it's 8 in the morning, actually. There's also a help Kai event where you just do different tasks for him. It's nothing too crazy. And then the favorite thing of everybody, the double rewards, right? We're gonna get double drops for everything, for a duration, sometime, I would say halfway through the update, and then another one for, relics and all that stuff. Close enough, I'll be sleeping. It is what it is. And then, yeah, of course, Virtual Revenge is the code. It'll be in the description, like always. And that's going to be it for the recap. There is going to be some other minor things, but those are the main important ones that they, of course, put in the image and in the live stream. It's all here if you guys want to see that. You can watch this or my video. It is what it is, but like if you liked. Yeah, no, nobody's going to dislike this, right? Surely. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, check me out on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next one.